We're joined now by Dr. Adam Breerwood, president of Breerwood Community College. Doc, good to see you.
Great to see you, Kerry. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. What an atmosphere here tonight.
Oh, it's wonderful. I tell you, the band is, as always, just going at it hard, and we've got our baseball team down there that's getting hyped up. It's just a great night.
It is indeed. Well, some great news again comes out today in the press release about the great things happening at Pearl River.
Yes, sir. Enrollment continues to rise, which has really been something that we all stand in awe of. 18 straight semesters of growth. It's really a testament to our board of trustees, our faculty, our staff, so many people who invested in this college, and we're getting to see some of the fruits of that labor.
You look at those, and one of the things that stands out, the tremendous rating in Allied Health and all the programs under that. Of course, you've added some programs in that.
Well, several years ago, the state really asked us to, let's build a skilled workforce. Let's do what we need to do to put people to work, to build our economy, and we took that charge very seriously. And so, our allied health and nursing programs, we're now lead the state in terms of enrollment in those areas. Our career technical education programs are continuing to explode. And I think there's some things on the horizon for us as our facilities continue to get upgraded and we can find some money for expansion. I think the best is yet to come.
It's time to talk about the way things have played out here. You have a board of trustees that sees the value of making it affordable, and that to me, when I look at what y'all have done, is it 5 years in a row now? Is it or longer than that? It's been a number of years. The tuition's been frozen. That makes it affordable, and a lot of people want to come here not only for that reason. Yes, it's a great value, but so many of those programs. You talk about CTE, with it being CTE month nationally. Then you look at other things here, preparing people to go to the next level. The package at Pearl River is quite attractive.
Well, I think what happened is we realized, enrollment trends around the country were going down. Around the state, and look at just the community college, you're down about 15 or 16% since 2017. But Pearl River is up, almost 16.5%. And actually with these semesters number, it's going to be about 17.5%. So if you take a step back and you look at that, how have we done that? And I think the main factor is leaving tuition rates the same. Financial obstacles are some of the biggest challenges that usually impede higher education attainment. And we said, we're not going to put rising costs and inflation directly on the backs of our students. We're going to look in the mirror, see what we need to do. And we've done that. We've made some changes and we've cut some positions. And we couldn't be all things to all people. So we decided what are we really good at, and we did those things. And so tuition being stable since 2017 has been a game changer for us.
It has indeed. You talk about the construction, just looking at the future of the aviation facility that's going to be down there at Stennis Airport. Been about a year and a half. You opened up 2 new dorms here. The new STEM building, as I call it, the science building at the front there. And then you got other things in the plans you kind of talked about here. What are some of the challenges that you see, particularly community colleges and Pearl River, facing in a couple of years?
I think that, the more, there's a big growth in online education. People say that our campuses will change. I can't think of any, when I think of a challenge, I think of an excuse. What's an excuse where we can't continue to be the fastest growing? What's an excuse that we can't be, considered Mississippi's #1 community college? And I really, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. As long as we remain flexible, education sometimes is slow to change directions. But what we've taken great pride in is, what does people need right now? What do our industry partners need? Let's find an excuse to say yes instead of an excuse to say, we can do that in a few years. And as long as we're proactive and not reactive, I can't think of anything right now that would just be overwhelming for us.
Let's shift gears. I want to get on a personal note here with you. You played ball here at Pearl River, of course, came back here after finishing your higher education, came back here and worked in many different roles around athletics, then moved to administration under the guidance of Dr. Lewis. And then, this year, and I see you at the games, it's got to be special for you. Your son Blaze now here playing at Pearl River. I mean, let's get inside the Adam Breerwood game day. What's it been like?
It's been emotional, to be honest with you. I mean, this place has given me so many great memories and moments. It's played such a big factor in our life. My children, we've been blessed that they've grown up on this campus. I mean, literally now on this campus where we live, and to see him wear that uniform and go out there and compete, and have a chance to play for the Wildcats. It's something that not only is important today, but fast forward 30, 40 years from now, it's still going to remain just as important to me. It just means so much, and being a transfer. We had some, honestly, if you want to get behind the curtain a little bit, we had some discussions. Do you need to play where your dad is the president? We don't want him to give any of that, that's why he's here. So, he had a chance. He had other opportunities. He went off and played Division I baseball the first year, and when he got there, he comes home at Christmas. He said, Dad, I'll be honest with you. I'm out there with these guys at Pearl River. It's no different, and as a matter of fact, some of our facilities and the things that we have, it's better. And he just wanted to come home, and him and Coach Abbey started talking about it, and I kind of stayed in the wings, and it's just been a blessing. I can't say enough about that program and what it's done for my family, for me personally, and now to see my son experience it. It's life-changing.
It's not changing. Let's talk about the Wildcat Stadium. Coach Meeks, you threw out the first pitch yesterday, had a chance to finally get to play in that. The last year they had to play around construction and mud holes and everything else. But, man, you look at what she's done the short time she's been at the helm of that program, and now that facility that the college has been able to put her team in. Wow.
Yeah, our coaches, one thing we charge them with when they get here, we say, we're not going to ask you to do some things outside of your program, not like some other institutions. But you are responsible top to bottom for the behavior of your student athletes, for their graduation rate, for the way they go to, they go to class, the way they act in and outside of the classroom. But you're also responsible to help us fundraise. And they do that. And so when a coach goes out and in that situation, the softball team goes out and they raise some money, we're more than happy to match that. Let them put some skin in the game. And the more our coaches continue to do that, we're going to do our part to step up and give them the best facilities possible.
What atmosphere is going to be tomorrow? You got a doubleheader playing at Wildcat Stadium with the softball team, and then the Wildcats home opener for baseball tomorrow at the Dub. I told somebody the weather looks like it's going to be nice. It's going to be quite an afternoon over here.
It's going to be a wonderful day, and I promise you won't find Adam Breerwood in his office tomorrow. I'll have my computer tucked away somewhere in it wide open. I love this distance education and working from remote spaces right now because I'm going to watch every inning of that game tomorrow.
You talk about this many times we discuss. You always talk about the student experience, and this tonight is part of the student experience. Yes, athletic game, but it's the bands here, the cheerleaders, the dance squad, the students, You look at that, having been a guy who played sports, but it's more than sports to you. You talk about the whole student experience is what we focus on here at Pearl River.
Well, it's an atmosphere, and it's a culture, and it's a level of expectation that you're part of something bigger when you come here. And that's what we see tonight with these different teams and clubs and organizations all here supporting what happens to be our basketball team tonight. And then you'll see tomorrow when we play softball and baseball, you'll see these groups, then out supporting each other. And it's really just it's a family, and that tone is thrown around, but you've experienced it. You're part of that. It's just something special.
It's special. We use the word special all the time. I tell people, I can't come up with anything better than special because it truly is special. There's no other way to describe it. Let's talk a little bit about just the way things have unfolded here the last couple of years. With COVID and getting over that, and your staff here, your administration, they responded so well, and now it appears that things are somewhat back to normal.
Well, they are, and we actually our enrollment is better than pre-COVID numbers, and we had a record number of enrollment back then. So, COVID was a challenge. We weren't going to get down on our knees about it. We said, bring it on. We're going to handle it. We're going to get through it, and I think we'll come out bigger and better. And I said it earlier, but the best is yet to come. Just trust me on that. There's some new things that are getting ready to happen, some new things that we're about to announce, and just get ready. Hang on, my brother.
Always a pleasure, Dr.
Yes,
Breerwood.
sir. I appreciate you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow at the Dub and Wildcat Stadium.
I'll be there.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
We'll take a quick 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds, we'll be ready for the second half here from Marvin R. White. Wildcats trail this one 28-27.